As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
OU baseball. What a win. Handled business against Kentucky. Um, you know, it was kind of a bullpen day, which you're going to see in these tournaments early on. Try and get a win with the bullpen before you get back to a little more standard rotation. Got some really good innings there. Offense was doing some good stuff. Um, Walk hit a bomb. That was great to see. Taki back in the lineup a little bit. That was good to see. Things are trending in a good direction. Georgia today at 1 o'clock. Going to be a lot of fun watching that one. There could be some spice on this game. They were going back and forth at it pretty good in that series in Georgia. So that was an awesome win, and feel pretty good about where they're at. Most people have them either a 2 or 3 seed, and you beat Georgia and spark like a nice little run here. Maybe you could continue to improve where you end up. So I like where we're at with baseball.
Really, I watched pretty much the entire thing. Really solid stuff from Barfield, right?
Yeah, freshman. Yeah, he
I
looked
mean,
good.
I think it's fair to say his performance of the season.
Yeah, he looked good. There was a couple of plays, defensively where they didn't back him up all that good, and he was a rock. Got out of some trouble. We had a couple of double plays series throughout the game. Defense came back and had a strong finish. So I don't know. I liked it. Got some really good innings from him, and with
James Hit was the combo of Hit and Barfield. It was just like, why don't we do this more often? These guys
yeah,
look incredible.
I really like Hit, and you know your Kyson is Kyson, and Malachi is coming off his best performance and best stuff of the season. And I it feels like the pitching is trending in a really good way. And if the bats can back that up and continue to come around, Taki is back to himself. Give us that big left-handed power in the lineup. I'm liking it.
You'd think Georgia was like, please not Oklahoma because they're going to throw Witherspoon. Please not Oklahoma. Dang it, Oklahoma.
Probably. I don't know that anyone is geared up to see Kyson Witherspoon right now because his stuff is top notch at the moment.
They that game one was remember that series game one was the one that OU took. I think it was like 8-6 or something like that. But that was a 7 or 8 strikeout performance for Kyson Witherspoon, and I think he gave up 4 or 5 hits in that game, maybe
Yeah,
pitched 7 innings. Like he was, I mean, they've seen him and they saw a really good version of him, and it feels like he's gone up a level since then.
yeah, I
So
agree.
I know that game is today, and it will probably already happened after a lot of people listen to this, but it's just he's become like must watch OU athletics content for me when he's on the mound.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, and we don't have much left, so enjoy it while it's here.
We'll miss you, Kyson Witherspoon. Who do you have as your loser of the week?
I'm going with the Tush Push situation. I know we've talked about this previously, but it's ramping back up. Owners meeting going on, and the funny part of it is one of the owners said that, well, it's the reason why Jason Kelsey retired is because, the injuries and stuff from the tush push. And not so fast. Jason Kelsey's going up there to say, no, that is not why. He's going in support of it. So it's a weird thing. I don't remember anything like this in the NFL previous. Do you, where a specific play that is really with a specific team that there's a push to outlaw?
The I think that it's kind of ridiculous that it's going to be outlawed. It feels like it's going to be outlawed, right? I think I saw Diana Rossini put it out there that it seems like that's where this vote is going.
And I
And
don't even know, I'm curious to see what that legislation even looks like.
is it going to be like you can't push a player in the back? Like, is that going to be the
Um,
rule?
when there's less than a yard,
I,
or you just can't do it ever now all of a sudden.
I, I don't know, but it feels, it just feels very weak by the rest of the league. It's
I
like, hey,
agree.
we can't stop this, so let's make it illegal.
Right. Yeah.
And didn't they ban the dunk with like Kareem back in the day? That's how it feels. It's like, no, 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 you're too good at this. Stop. Nope. You won't stop. Okay, we're gonna make it against the rules.
Too high percentage of a conversion on the dunk. Nope, not happening. Can't do it. Yeah,
It-
it's
the 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 biggest reason I think it's pretty bush league to ban it is all of these rule changes we've seen over the last, let's call it, decade for football. They have all been they have all been done under the umbrella of player safety. You can't point to like one guy getting hurt on a tush push play.
mm-mm.
It there is nothing to back up anyone saying that it's a dangerous play. There's just the data simply is not there. So really all these owners are coming and saying, "We can't stop this play. We're not good enough to stop it, so let's make it illegal." And that feels it feels like against the spirit of the game to me in a way.
Well, it's
Does that make sense?
yeah, and the game. This isn't the first time there's been something that has become very difficult to stop, and it's how the sport morphs and changes, and there's a lot of it's trendy, right? And there's things that happen that all of a sudden are good, and everyone's like, boy, we got to figure out a way to stop this. I mean, there's always a lot of things that look, it's just unstoppable, right? You can't stop it. You can't put enough players there. You can't distribute the defense properly. And ultimately, they find a way to stop it and shut it down. And the offense will say, well, that avenue's not open anymore. Let's get creative and find somewhere else. And the trend changes. There's something that's unstoppable. Defense takes a little while to adjust. They finally fix it, and then the offense goes somewhere else. It's just the natural progression of the sport.
You know what's going to be hilarious is when the Philadelphia Eagles have their first 4th and 1 of the season, and Jalen Hurts just gets under center, runs a normal QB sneak, and picks up the first down
Without a push.
without the push.
Yeah.
Because their offensive line is massive. They're still going to use the same technique that they used on the tush push on the QB sneak. And Jalen Hurts is big and strong as hell, and he's going to go get the yard, and everyone's going to go, well, at least we banned the tush push. It's like they're just going to run a normal QB sneak at a very similar success percentage as the tush push
Yeah.
because their guys up front block it better than anyone in the sport, and their quarterback is basically an edge player when it comes to his strength. So
600-pound squat
yeah,
quarterback.
it's I don't think much is going to change. I think they're going to pick up a ton of first downs and a bunch of touchdowns running regular QB sneaks with Jalen Hurts. I could be wrong, but I think this crusade against the tush push isn't going to have the effect a lot of people think. It's like, oh, what are the Eagles going to do in short yardage situations now? No, they're just going to do the exact same thing. Just no one's going to be pushing Hurts in the back, and they're going to pick up 4th and 1 all the time.
Just same but different, and it's strange, there's and different things appeal to different people. There's no doubt about it, but I mean, I like the thing that they're always trying to do is they want more points, more production, more yards. And this is a really big catalyst for that. So yeah, I don't know. It's strange. We'll see how it goes.
It's just hilarious. Hey, you're too good at this. We're going to make it against the rules.
Yep.
It it feels wrong to me in a weird way. I don't know.
Well,
Like
it
it's
is.
not a football play. It's literally guys running into each other and the more powerful guys are moving the other guys. It's
The
football
ultimate.
to its core, dude.
It's the ultimate football play.
It's
I mean,
rugby. No, it's pretty much the same thing, man.
for a long time, I mean, this is what the majority of a football game looked like to one degree or another. It was just a mass of bodies in the middle fighting and scrapping for tiny little pieces of real estate.
It's silly, but it sounds like that is going to be banned. So may the tush push rest in peace.
Mm.
Hey, maybe it'll be a shocking vote and it'll get to live.
Maybe Jason Kelsey will have enough to, as a lobbyist, to change opinions.
If anyone can do it, it's that man.
That's right. That's
Uh,
right.
uh, I don't know if it was Jason Kelsey or not, Ted, but a quick update. The vote happened while we were recording. The tush push lives.
Tush Push lives. Jason Kelsey went in and scared everyone, I guess. Who knows how that went, but it lives on at least for now. I mean, who knows after Philly converts like, another 50 or 60 tush pushes, maybe we'll have this same thing go on next year.
I I am glad that it is living. We complained a lot about classic case of podcasting right there, by the way. But it was going to feel wrong if these owners voted to ban it. And I'm just glad that enough of these owners came to their senses and did the right thing. The tush push lives.
Moment of silence for defensive linemen and linebackers around the league. Sorry, guys.
Final vote 22-10.
Not even close.
Needed 24 votes to ban the tush push. Only got 22.
Oh, I guess it was close.
So maybe if they go win another Super Bowl, that thing's getting banned next season.
I was thinking 22-10 in favor to keep it, not 22 to get rid of it. Wow. Maybe there's like a backdoor pact. We won't run it against you guys if you vote with us.
I don't know. Bills or Hard Knocks this year. That's awesome.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. NFC East will be in season Hard Knocks. Also, the NFL is going to do a Protector of the Year award for an offensive lineman. So basically,
Oh,
like offensive lineman of the year. That is awesome.
that's cool. I like that. Go get it, Creed.
I think Creed, I haven't seen the betting numbers yet, but I think Creed will be on the board. Lane will be way up there on the betting odds.
Oh yeah,
Trent Williams as well. Just got to
I
have
like
Big
that.
Trent stay healthy, and he'll be. So there'll be a lot of Sooners up for that. I'm hoping. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
let's keep the train rolling.
We complain so much only for it to survive. But hey, so goes podcasting.
That's right.
All right, let's get to buy winner and loser. But first, Huel Black Edition Ready to Drink is a meal in a bottle. One bottle contains 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and is low in sugar. Go to Huel.com, that's Huel.com, and use code OKBreakdown for 15% off plus a free gift for new customers. Huel is a perfectly balanced meal designed by nutrition experts and takes the guesswork out of healthy eating. Huel has great flavor options like vanilla chocolate and iced coffee, but this one right here, strawberry and banana. That's my favorite. Love drinking one of these in between lunch and dinner. Keeps me from reaching for a less healthy option at the house, kind of gets me to dinner the way I need to get there, and it gets me the extra protein in my diet that I want. Also, the if you're a morning like iced coffee drinker, the iced coffee flavor is really good and it's got caffeine in it. So if
Bam.
you're having to get stuff together with the kids, you're in a hurry, reach for that iced coffee flavor for Huel. You can't beat the convenience of cracking open a bottle of Huel and getting a meal in. Go order this nutritious product at Huel.com and use our code OKBreakdown for 15% off, plus a free gift for new customers. That is Huel.com, Huel.com, and use code OKBreakdown. Get your fuel with Huel. For my winner of the week, thought about going hockey, thought about going with the Florida Panthers. Whew. Going to the other team's house, game one of the conference finals, and you beat them 5-2. That'll do.
Well, you like that? Yeah,
Jumped all over them. And there was a little stretch of the game, right? They're up 2-0 in the first period. But right before the first period ends, Carolina gets on the board 2-1. Okay, we got momentum, maybe. Second period, Panthers said, no, you don't. Boom, here's another goal, 3-1. And at that point, you're like, okay, I think Florida's got him tonight.
Yep.
So it was an impressive performance by the Florida Panthers, and man, they look good. But my winner of the week, flag football, specifically United States of America flag football, because on Tuesday, the NFL passed a proposal that will permit NFL players to represent the red, white, and blue in flag football in the 2028 Olympics. World.
Yeah, incredible.
Good luck.
I kind of laughed whenever I saw that the NFL passed the proposal that'll permit the guys to play, because I'm pretty sure it was probably the NFL that created this whole movement. I mean, they've been desperate to expand their footprint. I mean, they've played games in England, Germany, Mexico, Brazil. I think wasn't there a game in Brazil last year?
Yep.
They've tapped out the local market. Okay, you're not going to squeeze any more out of the from the NFL out of the United States. Everyone that's in at this point is in. So in order to drive that revenue up, they got to expand the footprint, and there's really no better way to do that than the Olympics. I'm just worried, that team from Uruguay is probably going to be really good. Macedonia is probably going to be really solid at flag football. I mean, we've got our work cut out for us.
I do find it rather amusing. There's a small faction of people that are like, hey, these NFL players, they don't realize, 7-on-7 is a different game, man. Like, really?
Well, I will say that I've watched a professional flag football game, and it is different. Like, the main thing that's different is how incredible the guys are at keeping people from pulling their flags. Like, you can't guard it, but like the way they move and they'll run backwards, and it's incredibly impressive.
I completely agree. There's no doubt there's a skill to that, but give me Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill. I will take those two guys over the guys we've had in the pipeline for flag football. I'm just
all day.
Come on. I mean, come on. And I love
picking who you're going to have on the team. That's going to be the real problem.
Who we running out at quarterback?
I mean, I know who will probably run out at quarterback, but I think if I had my pick, Joe Burrow.
I think it is absolutely necessary that the world has to deal with Lamar Jackson on a flag football field.
See, that was one of the considerations, was like Lamar Jackson or remember, this is 28, so
that's
Jay
true.
Daniels,
it could be. It's a couple years down the road. Yeah, Jaden Daniels would be pretty fun.
I'm not sure what the rules are for quarterback mobility and running around. What
not going to pretend like we know. I know the international flag football rules.
I'll have to brush up.
How much QB run game can you have?
But it's going to be crazy fun to watch.
it's probably going to be Mahomes, right?
Yeah,
He'll still be, if he wants to do it. And that's the thing is, I think all of these NFL guys are going to want to do it.
that's what it sounded like right now.
When
Yeah, you get to like take your skills on on the world stage, and I mean, these guys are huge in the United States, but whenever you look at like how big like some of like the best soccer players in the world, and like their followings are, I mean, exponentially larger than NFL football guys. And this could change that stuff for them in a huge way.
there is not risk in this for those guys though,
Timing wise, it's literally right before the season.
right before camp.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking necessarily like an injury risk. If you're the NFL players and you go out there and you get beat,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
whoa. Yeah, I mean, it would be an all-time what have you done
I mean,
situation.
it's one thing, it took a while for the world to catch up in basketball, but it happened in a big way. Now we won gold in the last Olympics, but I don't think there's any doubt that the impact the 92 Dream Team had on the sport of basketball internationally, I don't know that you could really compare it to anything else. This has the same chance, I think it's probably like a niche sport around the world. You probably have some of it loosely organized, and I this is going to be like a, oh my god, no wonder they're not good at soccer. Those their players are doing this, and I think it has a chance to. And I know there's been some like Germany, American football is big in Germany, and there's some pockets where it's uh, Japan, even Mexico. I saw like the Mexico College National Championship a while back, and I had no idea that they even did it. But I think this single event, the 28 Olympics, is finally going to take American football to the rest of the world. And it, it'll probably, I mean, it'll be a lot of people in the world first time ever seeing it to some degree.
Hope we have some Sooners on the squad. CeeDee Lamb,
Yes. Well,
Kyler Murray would be a whole lot of
that's what I
fun.
was about to say. As soon as I thought about it, I was like,
We need
"Oh
to figure
my
out the rules
god!"
because I don't
Woo!
think there's many people on the planet that are gonna be able to get his flags. But this is my number one question about this. It's 7-on-7, correct?
I think
Someone has to snap the ball. Creed Humphrey, Olympian.
gold medal to go with the Super Bowl rings.
He's the best center in football.
That
If
everyone would be like, "Why is there a shot putter getting a gold medal in flag football? What is happening right now? Who is that guy?"
I'm just saying, someone has to snap the ball. And I believe the best center in all of football has earned that honor. And
Yeah,
that is Creed Humphrey.
and I don't know if that is the center in the play at all. Like, how
We don't
does
know. I think we've made it very clear we
we
do
could
not know the
talk about
rules.
this for a long time about, well, can you do this? I don't know. Well, what about that?
Completely
No.
completely different conversation if the center is eligible. No
Right.
offense, Creed. You're a great athlete. But I'm just saying, if there is simply a role where you snap the ball to the quarterback, Creed Humphrey should be that guy.
Of course.
Creed Humphrey, Olympian. That's what I want to see. Just saying.
Just as a representation of the other part of the sport when it's played at full, right?
Yes. Yes. I once again don't know the rules at all. Saquon Barkley, obvious pick. But it is going to be really interesting to see how many of these guys, like who signs up.
I think everyone's going to sign up. And
I think it's going to be like very, very competitive to end up on the team,
oh,
which
well,
is
yeah,
cool. Like,
yeah.
I want those tryouts televised. I don't know what that's going to look like. Like, I want all of how the 2028 United States flag football team gets assembled. I want all of that content. I will consume it all.
I want the whole thing Netflix style documentary from like the very beginning of whoever's in charge, like who's going to coach it, you know? Because that's another thing is like, I,
Who has the best route concepts for flag football?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how easy of a translation it is. I mean, you're going to play basketball in the Olympics. Well, I mean, wow, you just go pick, whatever great coach you want out there. Is that the same with flag, or do they have a flag specific? Who's the Bill Belichick of flag football?
This is what I know about us. We've got a lot of questions and not many answers about
Well, we
flag
do have
football.
time, though. We do have time.
We'll learn. We'll learn it. I'll get back to that. Are we sure we want to find, with everything that's going on with Belichick currently? Congratulations on the engagement. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Like, are we sure we're going after the Belichick? I,
Good
I feel
point.
like if I got to pick the coach for the flag football team, I think it should be one or two guys like Andy Reid, just because of what they've done. But I think Sean McVay, like in the energy he brings, like that'd be a lot of fun that'd be a nice addition to the Olympics.
Which John Gruden.
Oh, yes. He can unbox college gear in between games and film it. His OU one was so good.
Look at this, huh? France sending a box of gear from France. Yeah, everyone in the world.
Baguettes, Bordeaux. Like you just
You kidding me?
Eiffel Tower. Just ripping off like random sayings, random names.
That would
Zinedine Zidane. It would be great.
that would be he's the go-to, I think. That's awesome.
I absolutely love that idea.
Can you run Spider 2Y banana in flag football?
You can run spotter 2Y banana on any football field out there, buddy.
Rite of passage.
No doubt. All right, my loser of the week. The University of Southern California, also known as USC.
Okay.
USC and Notre Dame have played 95 times since 1924. I think they've missed 4 games, 4 matchups, 3 because of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't play in 2020, the COVID year. They are currently in their last year of their scheduling contract. Notre Dame's leadership has made it very clear they would like to sign a long-term scheduling agreement with Southern Cal. And Southern Cal has not said the same thing. They're like, yeah, we'll sign a 1-year agreement. And whether it's fair or not, Ted, a lot of people are blaming Lincoln Riley and saying that he is scared to play good teams. And
It's
some people
weird.
happen to be bringing up that he may or may not have avoided going to the SEC as Oklahoma's coach.
Avoided the SEC, backed out of the Louisiana State non-conference situation.
It's
He's got some comments that track with that, but you just don't know if he's echoing the sentiment coming from the top down, or if he's the one in there lobbying for it.
You know what I'm not buying? They came out and said, yeah, we only want to do a 1-year agreement because we don't know what the college football playoff is going to look like. Everyone knows the college football playoff field is getting bigger. We all know the CFP is going to expand. Now, how many automatic bids for the Big Ten and the SEC? We'll see. But the Big Ten and the SEC have all the power in this entire thing. So I'm not buying USC's. We don't really know what that's going to look like. So we don't want to sign anything long term. That's just an excuse because they're going to have a great opportunity as a member of the Big Ten to make the college football playoff each and every year.
Well, I mean, you played them in the BCS era where only two teams could make it. You
Correct.
played them in the 4-team playoff era. You played them in the 12-team playoff era. What scenario would be so drastic that you feel like you need to eliminate that game? And they're in the Big Ten now. I looked at their schedule. Their schedule is completely manageable currently. I mean, it's not even close to some of the schedules that you get in like the SEC and in some other places. So it's a weird deal. And I guess it could be just a negotiating tactic to try and sweeten the pot. I don't know how that's broken down because Notre Dame has kind of their own TV deal. Is it CBS, right? Is that who theirs is with?
NBC.
NBC. So they've got kind of their own deal. I don't know what the breakdown of that is, but
I know this. The Big Ten wants USC playing Notre Dame.
all the networks do.
Duh.
Like the whole push and everything right now is more premium matchups and less lower tier matchups. At a minimum, like maybe it's a negotiating tactic and they end up getting a long-term deal done, but it's currently a very bad look whenever they need some good positive, propaganda out there around USC. So it's weird.
Has any coach's reputation changed more over the last 4 years than Lincoln Riley's? The dude
Mel
was,
Tucker, that's it.
yeah, fair point. The dude was undoubtedly a top 5 coach. Like if you asked anyone that covered college football,
Had pretty much any opportunity wanted, college and pro.
and now, like the two main talking points are he doesn't want to play good teams and he hasn't won enough games.
I know.
Things
Yep.
can change quickly, man. I know that they're recruiting. They got a good recruiting class going right now. They clearly need to recruit better. They need better players, but usually big time players want to play games like USC Notre Dame.
Yeah.
If I was a big time recruit, I would want to play that game. So it's just not a good look for USC and it's not a good look for Lincoln Riley. And somehow they have made Notre Dame likable in this situation, which is dumbfounding.
I mean, it's the easiest decision in the world. What's better for our brand? Playing Notre Dame in what is always a great game aesthetically and the build up to it, or, let's play Fresno State instead.
People, and this is athletic directors, coaches, like people need to move on from the like, hey, we got to win 12 games mentality.
Totally.
This is going to be a mini NFL. Everyone's going to lose games because the schedules are going to be really, really difficult. So don't run away from the great non-conference games. Just embrace what it is going to be. And USC is going to be in the most advantageous position in all of college football as a member of the Big Ten. The Big Ten and the SEC, like those teams are going to have every opportunity to make the college football playoff and play for a national title. Just don't be scared to play Notre Dame. Don't make Notre Dame likable where Notre Dame's leadership is coming out and saying, we want to play the game. They're scared. That's basically what they're saying, just in a nice way.
And think about, like, no matter what, the Big Ten schools are probably going to be in a better position to make the playoff than Notre Dame is. I haven't heard anything about
Yeah,
an
Notre
automatic
Dame is
bid for
taking
Notre
way
Dame.
more risk
That's what I was saying.
playing
Yeah,
USC.
way more. It's not even close. I mean, the talk right now, and I don't know if it ends up there, but 4 automatic bids for the SEC and the Big Ten. Maybe it doesn't end at 4. Maybe they settle on 3, but still, if there's any automatic bids, it it means right away that your non-conference basically doesn't matter or matters way less than it does currently.
I just whole thing makes Notre Dame look good, makes USC look bad.
At the wrong time for USC to look bad.
Correct.